Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to Pro Cycling Manager 2020. This is All Rounder. It's episode number 51. So we're at the Breden Coxida Classic. I still think that's how it's pronounced. There's the actual name at the top there. 192 kilometers. Pretty flat. Couple cobbled sections. It's really a day for sprinters. But with a couple cobbled sections, a lot of teams didn't bring their sprinters. They brought their gobble guys, who are ultimately going to be ineffective on the day. So we're seeing some breaks. In fact, we have a huge breakaway of 16 out the front. That's not the easiest catch. And then the peloton's already splitting up through that little section we had a little bit back. So we do have a race on our hands. But more importantly, the results of our vote from last episode. For anyone who didn't see the episode, it was confirmed that things cap out at level 37. There's essentially nothing more we can do past that point besides play for a little bit, finish up a season. But the game's going to kind of cut us off. There's no growth beyond 7 more levels. Well, you voted on a small adaptation of the rules, or keeping things as they were, and well, the vote was almost unanimous. 96% voting in favor of the small adaptation of the rules. That small adaptation being, I will not level up potential any longer. The rest of the way, it is 100% down. And let's see, we're gonna change this up. Van Empel, you're done. Bozeman, he's fine. I want these guys to get up here. Let's start with Luke Rowe, and then we'll get Musso and Blankart and Dotes. I'm gonna have myself a sprint train. By the way, I am puncher for this one. Goal is finish in the top 50. And this 82-man peloton is already shrunk down in size, yet I've got a full team around me, so this is good. Bozeman, wow, he dropped back fast. We need to chase those guys down. It's still only 24 seconds, so get to front, please. Alright, well anyway, what we're going to do, and he seems to still be going backwards, riding at an 87. Is he that weak of a rider?
Out in front, so with less than 20 kilometers to go, it's beginning
All right, we
to
caught
look
him.
as though it's going to end in a mass sprint. The pack has just reeled in the escape group.
Get in line then. 19k to go.
The pace is really hot, so for the moment,
So we are not going to upgrade potential any longer. I'm going to use those 7 level ups, all 7. Following the same standard rules, we will level up the lowest possible. But we will not increase potential along the way as was previously required. So 16k to go here, and I've got all but one teammate. Pretty soon we're going to start turning this on and setting ourselves up for the finish, especially when the pace has come out of this group quite a bit.
To the finish line. The pace seems much too high for many riders.
Oh, there you go. Field just split. Let's go. I thought he was my sprinter. Plankart, Dotes, not bad. Busman, and definitely Rowe. Let's get a lead out from Rowe, and then we will get Rowe following Plankart. Bozeman. Can we get Bozeman to the front? Oh no. Not the easy way. And I did not set these guys up to... Oh great, the guy at the very back is the one who's going to go first, so everybody's going to go backwards for a moment. Good thing there's still 14k to go. Getting this organized rather quickly. Alright, we set him... Oh! So, you were right behind him. You couldn't get through that 2-man line. We back off a little bit while they try to play catch up. There we go. There's our full line. Now Bozeman speed back up. 10K to go.
It looks like the pack has bitten the dust collectively, but the riders would seem to be okay to carry on. 10 kilometers to the finish line.
Alright, his task is done. Still not even out front,
are not handing out
so
tickets for a breakaway,
don't want to
so
get
the stakes
caught
will end up in a mass sprint.
in this mess for too long. So he's going to have to speed up here. $6.4K. Three lead out guys to get me there. Gel up. Obviously, we'll get that top 50 today.
Only 5
Look forward to
kilometers
that.
left.
Experience-wise, we're actually getting close to that next level, so excited by that. And Milano San Remo tomorrow in game, so excited by that. 4K to go, which means it's time to really turn this on. 3.4K, yeah. 96 for plank art. Come on, come on. Am I still there? Yes, I am. Okay, plank art. Sprint,
There we go.
sprint,
The sprint is on.
sprint.
The riders are setting themselves up.
Okay, loop row. Only 1.2K now. Come on, row. Come on. Don't sit up on the corner. There's the finish. Okay, I'm in a good strong position here. I need Rowe to get out of my way, but he's not going to get out of my way. In fact, Rowe's going to end up finishing in front of me. He's a stronger sprinter anyway, so it doesn't make sense that my lead out actually held on. But I do finish 7th, and I get Rowe onto the podium, so there you go. Teamwork. Teamwork. Plankart takes 12th. Joseph with the win, Hodeg 2nd, Hermans, and Petty top 5. Next day, it's Milano San Remo. A couple days ago, I started a fitness peak, so my draw on the race day condition is a neutral today at +2, which was my base. But that looks pretty good. Stamina, resistance, pretty high. I'm capable as a sprinter today. I have a fantastic 80 on the flat. Something I could definitely work with. Now, what can I do with the day's objective? Well, the day's objective is puncher outsider, so it's 100K over the last 200 in the break. So right now I'm not getting any credit, but we're just 30K away from that starting to tick off, and then we just got to hang on for 100K, and then the position doesn't matter. But I'm definitely thinking about that position today. What can I do? What can I get out of this one? We've got a healthy 5-minute lead, 6 of us here in the break. I'm the only name, so I could certainly beat these guys if we could stay away. 5 minutes, that's not a very big break with 220K still to go. It's going to definitely do damage to this group being this long out front. It's a very, very long race overall. Not much in terms of categorized climbs. There's definitely a bit of climbing and 2 climbs shortly before the end, but plenty of recovery time on that descent. But again, the time out front, the distance that we are doing, the miles in the legs, it's gonna hurt today. Stamina, super important, but luckily today I have a 76 for that, so maybe, just maybe, we can do a little something with this one as we keep riding along. Peloton already reeling us in a little bit. They've accelerated a good bit and brought us back by a good 35-40 seconds, but you can see we have started to pick up the pace a little bit, and now things have steadied out once again. Also, I'm starting to get credit as we are inside 200K, so we've already done the first 14 kilometers of what we need for 100 for the day. Of course, exceptional would be a 125. It looks quite likely that we'll be able to do that, but we'll see how things are once we hit the big climb coming up here in a little bit, if there's a big acceleration in Peloton or not. 25% of objective met. Got that nice 77 downhill. That'd be a great opportunity, actually, those last two climbs. If we're still out there, I could very, very easily get away on that final descent towards the finish line and not have to even worry about the sprint. I could use my descending skills to open up a gap. But that's if we hang on, and at this point that does not look likely at all. Gap's already down to 3.5. I'm afraid to go up to ×8 speed with all the bugs we've had recently, especially in Pro Cyclist mode. My career mode doesn't seem to be experiencing the same bugs, so I don't know. They didn't work on Pro Cyclist mode this last year. They only worked on career mode, so they didn't work on much this last year. Kind of disappointed in the developers this year. They did very, very little to the game, and they gave us a very buggy product. So definitely a little disappointed in how PCM20 turned out compared to 19. Generally, it's never huge steps. It is a small dev team, but it's not that small of a dev team. And this is their bread and butter. This is the moneymaker for the company. They have other titles, but you got to work on your moneymaker a bit more than they have. But enough of that. I'm still not massively disappointed. I know that they could have done more. They could have done better, and they certainly could have kept the bugs out of this thing a bit better than they did. Plank art goes down 75% of objective now. 24k to go to get to that 100. Still just shy of 50k to go to get the exceptional rating for the day. And did we speed up or something? What's going on here? We're still at 3:10, so yes, they brought back another minute on us, but only just. And we have definitely picked up pace as we're on the flat. You can see we're now rolling at about a 70. So damage is starting to get done to my group. Plank art looks like he is not coming back. Gap's coming down though, but he is using a whole lot of energy to try to close that gap. You can see he's already down just a little bit. Oh wow, he made it. He made it back, but he's got nothing left in the tank. 1 kilometer to go till we get to that 100% mark. There it is. Now just rolling on, and that's going to happen at 75 to go, where we'll hit the exceptional status if we're still away. And with the 2.5 minute gap, that certainly seems likely, but I don't think we're in a very strong position to stay away and finish 1 through 6 in the final GC standings of the day. Seems likely we are going to get reeled in. But I'll take an exceptional on the day. Just trying to level up, you know. We get those odd chance wins. If we're going to do anything, we've got to start getting into that mid-70s, and that's going to take pretty much every level we've got left. Alright, how are we doing? Little climb here, but then we go into that big descent. And we're under 75k to go, so there you go. We've managed to do that. Minute 45 over pack, and
the pack can't get strung out too far, or it's going to start breaking up.
This little uphill, some of these guys are really feeling it. Look at those shoulders bobbing. I'm a little tired, but not bad. Looks like I could almost ride away from these guys now and go solo. In fact, we just dropped one. He couldn't hang on through there. Alright, we need to recover, so we want to keep that at 140. We'd like to be full strength here when we get to the bottom. I'm good at downhill, so that's nice for us. In fact, I think I can go a little faster. I might even leave somebody behind doing that and still recover.
A fall just took place in the pack. Several riders are on the ground.
Almost back to full strength and within 60k, so we'll grab water one last time. And these guys better not be sitting up. We're not done yet. Apparently we are. Apparently we're ready for the... Oh, no, we're ready to attack each other instead of work. That makes sense. 50 kilometers from the finish.
Were not giving it their all and sharing the pace.
We're going to attack each other, even though the pack is a minute behind. AI logic. AI logic. Now, obviously, in real life, you get groups attacking each other when others don't work, and blah, blah, blah. But after a lengthy descent like that, with the amount of recovery that can happen, and still, 50k to go, and still a couple climbs to go, if the pack was within a minute, you wouldn't attack each other.
From inside the breakaway group.
Not that far away. If you were 15, 20k to go, yes. Yes, you would. If you were coming up on this climb and you were still away from the pack, yes, you would do something. But, not 50, 55k away with the peloton at 167 riders coming at you and getting close. Nobody's working now. Might as well just sit up as we approach this final climb. They're not going to work. They're not going to help. They're going to wear me out. What's the point of wasting my energy? I will ride for myself now for the stage as best I can. See just how high the tempo is. I wasn't staying away from this solo with 4 guys in tow using the slipstream. Alright, penultimate climb, and yikes, look at this tempo. Going hard. I'm going to be lucky to get over this one. The next one's not as bad. But will I have anything left for it? Peloton's shrinking.
Now the guys up front are asking
I'm not
serious
going to
questions
get
of the
dropped
riders
because
in the
we
rear
are
as
about
more
to
of
hit
them
the
are
top.
left in the wake.
But
well, we can see
I don't
that the
think
pack
I'm
is
going to
increasing the
recover
pace. It's going to be
at
difficult to
all
break away
between
now.
now and the finish, meaning I'm not going to last much longer. Peloton just, for a moment
There's
there, is
nobody
22.
out in front, so with less than 20 kilometers to go, it's beginning to look as though it's going to end in a mass
really like
sprint.
that I'm good on downhill and almost immediately start to recover. We are seeing splits. I mean, at the moment, again, it's showing just 24.
A rider is down.
32. 15k to
The
go.
finish line is getting close.
Again,
the riders
my
have
chance
just
is on
passed
the
15
descent,
kilometers
but
road
I
sign.
don't think I'm going to have the energy for that yet. Nope. The pace is just too hot. I'm going backwards. Come on, ease off. Just slip backwards and stay alive. Through the tunnel and about to hit the climb. I'm going to go straight out the back here. At this point, I'm just kind of aiming for a top 50.
The riders are closing on the last 8 kilometers of the
everybody
stage,
but plank
which will
arts
most
here,
likely
so,
end up in a mass sprint.
Oh, hello, it's all back together. About to hit the top, but I'm way down the order now, with about 1% energy left.
The finish line is getting close. The riders just passed the 5 kilometers road sign.
5k to go. I've made it through here. Okay, get a little energy now. Sneak. Come on. Come on. I'm using sneak and I'm not going forward at all.
It's survival of the fittest,
99
and
downhill,
evolution doesn't seem to favor those in the rear.
through.
There's a growing list of riders left behind. And the final sprint is off. Who's going to be the
I've
first of the
definitely
line
gained
today?
some positions here, but as we approach the finish, I don't
Superb
have
victory
the
for
energy
Dylan
to go
Ronwagen.
full sprint on this.
The tailenders are still coming in.
Groenewegen with the win. Sagan second. Haven't seen Sagan in a while. Demar third. Gaviria, Ewan, Vanderpool, Jakobsen, Trentin. By the way, all the big names are here, if you couldn't tell. Alaphilippe only manages 14th. Philipsen right behind him at 15th. Nothing but names up and down that top 20. Kind of the only unknown is Milano in 13th. Where did I finish? Say finished 44th. Rusum was 51st. I got up to 55th in the end. Most of that was the effort from the break. But even more so, those 2 climbs, the pace was really hot on both of them. And I just did not have the climbing ability, 71 mountain, to get through that terribly well. 75, 76 would have been
We've
okay.
selected the following
I would
highlights
have
for you.
still had energy left, but not at that. We barely got through that first one, and then had virtually nothing by the time we hit that second climb, and then just went back 100 places, and then we came back up about 50 of them, but 100 places down the order is a lot. But it's still exceptional for the day, 167 kilometers away in the final 200, and that's 10 points. 70 to go. Turn of the month coming pretty soon, so we're really not far away now. Dwars to Vlaanderen coming up. I don't know if I'll be in it or not. We'll see. 3 things happening all at once here. We've had the turn of the month. It's 1st of April, so we are now just 24 points away from more attributes. Can't wait for that. Second thing, we have gone into our contract phase for next season, and it looks like it's World Tour. Unless we stay with Beat Cycling Club, it's nothing but World Tour teams that are in for us. A lot of 4 and 4.5 stars these days. Dang, that's intense. So where to go? Well, looks like there either are no American teams left. Look at how good Israel Startup Nation is now. Dang, how'd they pull that off? Well, anyway, Alps and Phoenix, maybe. Mitchelton Scott, NTT. Let's go with NTT. That's plenty of points per season. It's a good team. Like the jersey, they got Campanard, Skidas, Filippo Ganna. Sure, why not? And they do have some interest already. So we'll start committing points. Look at that. Just like that, we're in the yellow. It looks like we'll be moving on to World Tour Domestique next season and or Breakaway Specialist, which I kind of stuck with that. That's what I am. Initial thoughts on what I want to do for next year. Nothing official yet. But you can comment below, because I'm thinking about doing one of 2 things. One of them I'm pretty sure of, but the second one is a maybe. So the first piece is I want to take one team and stay with that team for my whole career and bring that team all the way up to the World Tour. That part I'm sure of. That's going to happen for the next Pro Cyclist series. Depending on how things go, that's going to be PCM21, or could still be PCM20 at this rate, but it's going to be PCM21, pretty sure. Well, anyway, second thing, and this is the one that I'm not totally sure of. I'm thinking about kind of redoing this series, but with 2 things done differently. First off, not specializing as a Barradour initially, and nothing else, because I only took a single, and I had no secondary. I'd like to use both. I'd like to give myself a head start, and I'd like to do it in a stage racer and either time trialist or climber type way, to where I actually have a good boost, good start to the career, knowing the caps, knowing the limitations, still doing the all-rounder style or something close to that, multiple specializations anyway. But kind of taking this concept in a more manageable way, knowing now what those limitations are. Or just going back to a pure regular stage racer type series, where I can go out and win Grand Tours with one team that I brought up from continental level, from tiny budget level. And third thing going on.
Surprise attack! He's probably just trying to force his teammates away from the bunch.
We're at the Dwars to Vlaanderen. Same objective as we had the other day, except for this is only 175k, so not as long. 2 riders away, but no gap properly opened yet. He's not working. I don't know why. Why he's not interested in working. Come on, dude. There's no way that I'm too strong to be in this break. No chance at all.
Breakaway at the front.
No way that these World Tour teams with these quality of riders are threatened by me in the slightest. So I'm very confused as to why I'm so far not getting anywhere with trying to join the breakaway. I do have what I like very much in a +5 race day condition. Okay, try to break away again. 6 riders off the front, and I'm not getting away. Like that, the field's not letting me go. They're letting the gap go out on the 6 that are there, but they're not letting me get off the front. So I might have to just settle for trying to go for the best finish I can get. I have a 73 cobbled rating today, an 82 flat, 82 stamina, 81 resistance, 72 and 70 on the sprint. Yeah, that's looking pretty tolerable. So I suppose I'm just going to have to settle for the best finish I can manage because they refused to let me get in the breakaway today. The moment I attacked, the peloton responded each and every time and never let me get more than about 12 seconds out front. That was very strange. The weakest team, certainly not a contender in the slightest for the overall, so very surprised that they cared whether I went off the front or not.
Somebody's taking a tumble in the main bunch.
Oh man. See what kind of rollback that one did. Peloton splits over the top of that second climb, but it all comes back together other than one rider at the back. We are still seeing some splits though, albeit temporary, some yo-yoing. And we are definitely starting to get into the action, as we have plenty of short, punchy climbs and cobbled sections to come. 7.8% on this one, but it's very, very short. That's similar to the house, just the hill just by my house that I ride sometimes. Alright, inside 60k to go. I do have some team support, so this is good. Even though they wanted me in the break, I do have some guys to support me. And realistically,
some riders try to use the verge to avoid the cobbles, but it's at the risk of getting a flat tire.
I'm still at 89. I don't need to waste that much energy as we go through these. We could rest and recover slightly. Splits again. Nobody around me currently. Those guys need to all get up here in the next little bit to support this. And we see another split, and none of my teammates are in it at that moment. I gotta stop leaving them on auto, but I haven't had a good kind of chance as the breakaway has been reeled in. This would be my time to kind of go clear and form that new break. But at this point, I'm more focused now on the overall. So, Pikart, get up here behind me. So, also, and Cyclist, even though you're already doing it, I will assign you myself to protect. Two minutes to anybody behind us, so the 165 we have, this is it. Last climb of the day.
This climb is feared by many riders. The percentages are very high.
Looks like a small group trying to open a gap, and 6 riders have, and 22 riders in the chase, 32
The
in what's
escapees
considered
have
peloton. We've already
surrendered,
caught them,
but
now
that
it's
gave them no
58
chance.
with 56 behind. I like our chances with that. I do have teammates right here around me, do I not? Cyclist, okay, he's done. Put him on auto, so ooh, decent cobble rating, How about we use Plankart first, and then Musso will follow me.
Riders run enormous risk of injury
3
on
stars,
sections, but as the saying
1.5k.
goes,
This
it's
is the
historic
biggest
races
section
that make
left.
the rider and not the other way around.
Just the
The rider has
47
just
left in the
suffered a puncture.
peloton, so decent little chances here. Big tempo. I'm blinking at 89 with an 82 flat rating.
There's nobody out in front, so with less than 20 kilometers to go, it's
And
beginning
both
to
of
look as
my
though it's
sport
going to end
riders
in a mass
are
sprint.
done, it looks like. But that also means we're probably down to about 20 competitive riders left. So I'm looking like a top 25 at this point. Could be looking at a top 10 pretty soon. Plankart dropped. Rowe was dropped. Russen's still here. See what happens once Musso falls out the back. 16k to go. Still 2 cobbled sections ahead. Looks like there's an attack. I'm going to get in line behind Casebowl or not. Are we not going to get in line? I want to get in line near the front.
There are just 15 kilometers left.
And I'm not doing it. It really annoys me when this game does not follow directions like that and you just go backwards
Falling behind. A team
for
leader
no
is falling
proper
behind.
reason. Again, I'm saying follow Shentin, and I'm not following Shentin. And again, I'm going backwards, way down the line. Follow Cavagna. Hey, we're finally going to follow. 29 riders left in this group, and we're coming up on another section.
There are just 10 kilometers left.
And we have a 3-man group off the front. And they sat up except for Thomas de Gent riding the way in this one. Okay, following Cavagna at the moment, not helping. He's going backwards. Who do we want to follow? Alright, let's get behind Nawson. Just trying to hold a wheel near the front.
One thing's for
Burns a
sure
little
when it comes
less
to cobbled
energy.
sections. There will
Last
always
cobbled
be a
section.
fight at the front
This
as
is
the
good.
riders enter. It's
This is
vital
good.
to be at
It
the
would be
front to
nice
avoid falls
if
or breaks in the
Rusin would
peloton.
have swapped to supporting me. Ballerini looks a little tired. I'd like to get a little higher up. Oh, Court Nielsen. There's a good one to follow.
Only 5 kilometers left.
Plankart goes down.
Fall in the pack.
Not a big deal there.
Apparently, the leader is on the
Thomas
ground.
Gant still away. Goes around the corner ahead of us. 3k to go. And more attacking. Can I follow you? I think the Gant's about to claim this victory. And it's time to start just pushing here myself. Sneak on. 1.6. Let's attack. It's technical here towards the finish. The Gant's gonna claim the win.
Congratulations.
I'm
He
looking
showed
like
determination
maybe a
to
top
add this win to his prize list.
10 or top 5. Court Nielsen second. That's who I wanted to follow. Case Bowl 5th. I do get top 10. 8th place. That's good. That's a good result. I actually
The
still had
race is
plenty of
run,
energy
but the
left
four
too.
souls bringing up the rear
I should have
continuing
attacked a
across
little
the
bit
line
earlier.
is a bit of a knock for the morale.
Very technical roundabout left, right, left finish. Could have attacked a bit longer there. I was trying to get up to the front and it wasn't letting me get up there. And then all of a sudden it was like, hey, wait, let's attack. Let's go, sprint. Still, top 10. That's good. Especially for me. I don't have any business being up there. 66 cobble rating. So I don't get 10 points for an exceptional day in the break, but I get 8th in the race. That is worth 18. Still 6 points away. Almost certain to happen in our next race. I thought it might be happening today, but not quite. Ronde van Vlaanderen is the next one, so that'll almost certainly do it. Whatever our objective is that day, we'll try to go out and grab it. And so next time, we should finally get that opportunity to upgrade our attributes one more time. And, looking at how we're doing, Cobble is still that lowest, but so is Recovery. So could get a Stage Racer kind of day or a Cobble kind of day, but it looks like a Northern Classics is almost certainly going to be what is required of me at this point, because that is definitely not maxed out. We did increase the potential of Classics a while back. Was that 2 levels ago, or was that 5 levels ago, or 4 levels ago? I think that might have been the last time we had 2 levels at a time. Anyway, so we're still kind of tied to that for now, and then it looks like we'll be going into a Climber or Stage Racer, probably the following level increase. That does it for this one, though. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to hit that like button, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there, and bye for now.